Success Mantra. We shape future.
Hello everyone, Success Mantra is back with another interview and today we have Arzu with us जिन्होंने CUET PG का एग्जाम क्रैक किया है. So let's get to know a little about her. Hi Arzu, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. And first of all, congratulations. इतना amazing आपने स्कोर किया एंड एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया है. So I will be asking you a few questions जो कि मैंने इसमें लिखे हुए हैं. एंड कुछ बेसिक ऐसे क्वेश्चंस है जो स्टूडेंट्स को रहते ही रहते हैं एंड सिंस ऑल दी स्टूडेंट्स आर ऑल्सो प्रिपेयरिंग तो उनको भी आपकी वजह से थोड़ा सा हेल्प मिल जाएगा. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ.
Hello everyone. I am Arzu Dohila. I graduated from Indraprasth College for Women, Delhi University this year and also cracked CUET PG exam. And I would like to thank Success Mantra for this journey. And this has been a sort of roller coaster journey. Also, the exam was initially tough, but the mock test and everything, class series certainly helped me a lot.
That's great. So, how were you feeling right now? इतना amazing आपने exam दिया and DU is such a prestigious university and you've gotten into it. So, how are you feeling?
I feel like a lawyer. I'm not even a lawyer right now, but when I got to see my results, I was a little skeptical that if I would be able to make it to DU only. But my parents have been really optimistic and supportive about it. The day I opened my DU CSAS portal and it showed me the allocation, my happiness knew no bounds. And I still have to process it that I made it to my dream college, Campus Law Center. This has to be a favorite feeling currently.
So, what was the first thing that you did?
I called my dad that I've got into DU, I've got the allocated seat. Then my brother, he came from school and he like, Didi, तेरे को मिल गया admission मिल गया, मैं तो बोल ही रहा था तेरे को मिलेगा. So my family was quite happy, my relatives and everyone was really happy and they have been supportive throughout the journey. Yeah.
That's really sweet. So, first of all, tell me why did you decide to do law?
Okay. So I'm a political science graduate. And as a political science student, law is one of the foremost fields which I look up to. And not only me, I think certain political students could even relate to me. Also, I'll be honest that I have limited options because the political science field offers civil services and law, journalism. But I feel law was the best choice for me as one of my dreams has been to become a judge and a corporate lawyer. So I had to choose between two. And law certainly gives me two or both the options. And law is a field which makes you a well-informed person. If not anything, you are a well-informed person.
Right.
Also, it's a quite fulfilling field. It gives you that knowledge, that respect, and to help people. This is something which drove me
That's
towards
one
this
of the
field.
most noble professions.
Yeah, noble profession, correct.
Right. So, when did you decide to pursue law? Since you first graduated, first you did pol science. So, were you planning that you will go for civil services?
I was contemplating that I would be interested in the legal field as well. So, I researched it quite enough that what prospects does this field hold, and I found it really fulfilling. And this is what I think that this could help me, that I can do really good in my career.
Right. So, why CUET PG and not other entrance exams? Like for 3-year law, you could have also pursued like NLSAT or any other examination. Why CUET PG?
CUET PG has opened doors for DU. So, initially when I was in my class 12th, I have been wanting to do law since then. But then what happened was DU did not offer a 5-year degree. So this is the year which
So why did you not opt for NLUs like CLAT examination?
So I was really keen on to go outside the city for my further studies. I wanted to stay in Delhi because of the exposure.
But then you also had the option of ALIT, NLU Delhi.
Yeah, I had that option. But at that time I got into Delhi University for my graduation.
Okay.
Also, I was also preparing for government exam. I also cracked Intelligence Bureau exam last year.
That's great.
Although I did not join because of my ongoing graduation and the job profile it offered wasn't really my favorite.
Okay.
So I'm still preparing for it. For judiciary, I'll maybe start after when I start to go to college. Also, a 5-year degree is also not started from DU. At that time, it was only a 3-year degree. So there was a DU charm that I want to go into DU, and the alumni base DU holds is commendable. The amount of judges it produces each year, I think that is unmatched. NLUs offer you for a corporate world, which is actually nice for ones who want to actually strive into that job, the corporate world. But I think DU has been my favorite since the start. So yeah, DU, that's why.
Okay. So can you quickly tell us about the examination pattern of CUET PG and the sections that are covered in that examination?
Sure. I think for any competitive exam, to first comprehend that what actually is the examination pattern stays quite pivotal. So initially this DU LLB was a separate exam, but then it got merged into CUET PG. Also, when I started preparing, the exam, the number of questions were about 100, and each question carry 4 marks for correct answer -1, which is the negative marking. And it has sections like general knowledge, quant, which we call maths, verbal English, reasoning, computer, and legal aspect as well. So these are 6 sections which are involved in this paper. Now the pattern is that there will be 75 questions, and there is no such bifurcation of the number of questions. Each question can vary, like each subject can vary to the number of questions. So so what happened this time, we studied our polity and legal quite thoroughly, because this was a law exam and we were expecting a lot of a plethora of questions from the legal aspect. But surprisingly, there was not a single question from this, which made us heartbroken, because I personally focused on the quants part and the polity part. The exam this year holded a lot of questions from English and computer, which surprised us certainly. But yeah, the preparation was such from my side and definitely from Success Mantra's side, which is why I could crack the exam. The amount I practiced mock test from Ease Vidya app. I'll be honest, I did not practice any mock test from any other website. It was only Ease Vidya and the class tests which were given.
So we're glad we could help you that well.
It was only the Ease Vidya mock test which I practiced.
Right. So how did you prepare for all these sections? Apart from mock test, what all did you do?
So firstly, the guidance which you get is requisite. The teachers here will give you questions. We have weekly tests, so questions did come from there. Also, if I talk about GK, let's begin like section wise. So GK, current affairs, holds the most number of marks and the most number of questions. So the GK part was covered from reading newspapers, the current affairs pamphlet which was given from the Success Mantra. Pravahini, correct. Also the class notes which were made by our sir during the class sessions, and the tests which were given to us weekly. So those questions combined is enough, because GK is vast. You cannot complete the.
Right. That is not possible.
That is nearly impossible. So to spend all the time on the GK part I would not suggest that. So yeah, GK can be covered easily with the newspaper and whatever is taught in the class. Yes, even in the exam there were questions, the recent GK current affairs questions. So I don't think there's any need to panic. You can just read the newspapers and provide it, that would suffice. Then for quants, the concept building is really pivotal, because without that you cannot move forward. The question practice is important. Try the booklets, whatever is given in the class. You can also try questions from the web as well, because we live in the digital world and you can have ample number of questions from the web as well. For reasoning, again, what is done in the class, concept building. If you don't understand the question or you are not clear with the base, you cannot work out. So that is requisite. Then we have computer. Computer was entirely done in the class. I did not do anything from my side. This was only what I had written, whatever notes I made, whatever I had written in the class. That was computer, was all that. And each question, what came in computer was exactly from the class notes. notes. Like every question is there in the class notes. Certain questions do come out of syllabus, not even out of syllabus, but obviously you cannot cover everything in the class, and this is what competitive exams are all about. Then for English, you have to practice. Just go clear with the grammar part, and you will be able to do it.
So does grammar part hold more weightage or the vocabulary part?
I think this time it was quite balanced because we could see plethora of questions from the English part and the computer part. We also had, I think there were 2 passages and 4 to 5 questions from the vocab, sentence rearrangement. I think these were the major topics this time, which I think this comes with practice only. You cannot go to the paper and sit there just that will be hum dekh lenge, that you cannot procrastinate here. So read, write, whatever done in class, practice, and you'll be able to do that.
Okay, so how did you specifically prepare for the vocabulary part? I think a lot of students have this problem.
This is the problem with every competitive exam, that vocab holds a lot of marks, a lot of questions. For that, I would suggest in the class we were given a set of vocab every class, like 10-15 set of words. We also had that book from the center as well. Reading that every day, I think that would do. And even if you have been an avid reader, you read newspapers daily, you will be able to do it. And sometimes you can even, there's this common sense which can be used, because certain questions, even I was stuck in some questions where I wasn't able to comprehend that what the word actually meant. But after reading the passage, you can quickly
at least make an assumption.
You
what the
can
word
assume
means.
that this could be the answer. This is not correct in every case, but yes, if you do it wisely, you will be able to make it.
Okay, great. So in the GK section, how did you actually differentiate between the points or the news which is important and the ones which is not that relevant?
GK is another requisite section of every exam, and CUP this time had questions which were actually the contemporary GK, the current GK. So for that, I read newspaper, which gives you lot of knowledge.
And which newspaper specifically?
The Hindu. I would suggest the Hindu for that. And even in this paper, you have to specify that what sections you have to read. You cannot just blabber the entire newspaper that it will take more than 2 hours. This is not even, it is possible, but when you have short enough time, when you have 6-7 months for exam, you cannot sit the entire day reading the newspaper. So I would suggest that in the class, whatever sections are done, especially for example Olympic Games are going on, so you can make out that okay, these questions will be coming and you need to do that. So the current questions which you will understand by whatever done in the class, read the Google News, or we have lot of information these days, so that would be able to help you. Also in the class we were given several news which actually helped me, and this aided me in acing the exam. So that's how you can do it.
Okay, great. So अब बहुत स्टूडेंट्स को ये रहता है कि पूरे दिन लग के हम पढ़ेंगे. So tell me, how much time did you devote for your studies?
Yeah. So I have been I was doing my graduation as well, and to manage coaching.
Exactly.
This was a strenuous task for me. I live in Ghaziabad and commuting from there to the North Campus. So I had classes from 8 to 2 in the college. Then I waited for 2 hours in college. That is my coaching from 4 It's all worth it when you actually make it. So while you're graduating, there are a lot of and plethora of options which you feel that अच्छा अभी फेस्ट है, अभी freshers है, अभी मेरे को यहाँ जाना है, वहाँ जाना है. So a lot of distractions are also there, but it is the self-discipline which guides you there. If I talk about the number of hours I gave, I think it would be 5 to 6 hours are enough.
Apart from the coaching.
Apart from coaching, 5 to 6 hours are enough. And when it's the prime exam time, you need to, the hours extend from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. even. So this varies from student to student. I would not suggest studying the entire day, sitting in front of the table and just grilling yourself that okay, aaj itna karna hai. But to make a to-do list would be quite helpful for you. Like I made a list a day before what I need to do the next day. For instance, if I say that I need to complete the United Nations part today along with the World Heritage Sites in GK, then in quants I would practice ratio, which I could do 10-15 questions of one topic, then 10-15 questions of maybe simple interest. Say you can do, I did actually 3 subjects each day. There were actually 6 subjects, so I could do 3 subjects each day, and which actually helped me. This is how things are done, which I did. Maybe some of you could relate, and it is quite subjective. It cannot be just blabbered upon you that you actually need to do that. It's only on you and how you do it.
Okay, great. So another question that most of the student faces, that should a student take a gap year or should one manage the studies with the college? Like you said, you had such a hectic schedule, right? So how did you manage, and what advice will you give such students जो इतना confuse हो रहे हैं कि कैसे time manage करें, stress भी होता है. So how did you manage? Please कुछ और guidance लो.
Again, it's quite subjective that what strategy do you take how to clear the exam. For me, I would be honest, it was certainly quite strenuous for me that to manage college and coaching, then self-studies, it was quite hectic.
Right.
But again, if you take a gap year and if in the next year you make it to a NLU or maybe DU, then it's worth it. But even if you don't, then it's a heartbreak, I would say. So I think it can be managed with college and coaching. I did it. For those who feel it a little hectic and find it really difficult to do that, what you can do is just distribute your hours, that what you need to do, what is more important, what requires more time, and this is how things will be done. Be slow and steady with that. Do not be harsh on yourself. Stress is one thing which comes with any preparation of any exam, and for that self-motivation. For me, my escape was writing a diary. I still pen a diary every day. That's
a really good habit.
That what I feel, how was my day. It may be amusing for some, but for me it's actually an
that's
escape.
a really good habit.
So for a gap year, I would suggest personally, which it is possible to manage graduation with coaching and self-studies as well. You need to actually compromise. You need to sacrifice going out with friends, which I did. Not always, but when it's the prime time of the exam, you need to do that.
So, अब सबका college time है. Everybody wants to have fun. फिर साथ में farewell है, ये है, everything. So how did you manage that? Like distractions को avoid कैसे किया? And please give us some tips that how to stay focused and avoid distractions.
Firstly, have that goal set in your mind, what you need to do. When you have that strategies planned, that I need to clear the exam, which means I need to clear the exam. Obviously, people keep a plan B, which is quite human, and you need to do that. But before that, before keeping a plan B, be strong with your plan A. For me, when I decided that I want to give the CET PG exam for getting into University of Delhi, which actually was a challenge to manage coaching and college. But I remember I used to study in the library when my free classes were there, because in college you do not have back-to-back lectures. You have like 2-hour break or a 1-hour gap within which you can actually study. And even after college, if you live nearby, if you are in DU especially, so we have a lot of libraries here which are beneficial. And in that case, distractions are quite natural, and they come to every student to going out with friends, okay, this birthday party, this, that. But then what helps you is, which keeps you going, is your goal. What I did was, I didn't go to some places with my friends thinking that, okay, if I clear the exam, uske baad mein अच्छे से घूमूंगी. And so this was the plan, and it worked out for me. So for distractions, I would suggest you to be a little focused for what you actually want to do in your life. at this stage, when you are in your early 20s, this is a time which helps you, which is the prime time and which helps you actually grow in your career. Family, friends, everything is fine, but I would suggest to keep your career in the priority.
ओके आरजू, सो कुछ टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स शेयर करिए स्टूडेंट्स के साथ जो आपने अपनी प्रिपरेशन के टाइम पे यूज़ किया था, और एनीथिंग दैट यू वुड लाइक टू शेयर, योर एक्सपीरियंस और एनीथिंग.
For any exam, any competitive exam, what is the most requisite I feel is to strategize well. How you think that you can ace the exam, and for that your teachers, your mentors are the best you can look out for. So for certain, like if I talk about reasoning or quant, so these are the subjects in which you can score the full marks. They don't require you the theoretical knowledge. It is all about what you do and what you practice. So when you take your coaching, so here what I learned in Success Mantra was certain short tricks which helped me answer quickly, and it is all the time of game and accuracy which matters in the exam. While you prepare, while you practice, keep in mind the time. If you are solving probably 10 questions, then maybe you require 1 or 2 minutes only for a question, or maybe you can solve them in seconds. So this is what comes with practice. Talk to your teachers, they'll help you, they'll make you understand that what is actually required or what are you missing on, and they are the best people you can reach out to. Also, I would like to share one of my experience, which was with one of my reasoning mentors, Ankit sir. So there was this test on coding decoding where I scored really low. It was 66 on 120, and he scolded me really harshly that day, saying that you could have done better, that my potential is much more than what I had scored today. And it was sort of a self-realization I had experienced that day, that agar sir bold, and definitely it holds a lot of gravity when he says that. Agar sir ne mujhe personally, he called me in his cabin ki Arzu, you lagged here, itne kam marks I don't expect from you. I remember I had to literally hold myself that यहाँ नहीं रोना, I shouldn't cry here, and घर पे जाके अच्छे से रोऊंगी. But I practiced coding decoding so thoroughly that I did not do it incorrectly in my exam. So certain scolding, certain tips from your teachers are really necessary for every exam, and even if they are doing that, don't take it to your heart, keep it light, keep it cool, and you will be able to ace it.
Right. So आरजू, जैसे अभी हमने बात करी थी, so you told me that you were not really well, like जब एग्जाम होने वाला था उसके आसपास. So what was it all about? What happened?
So for an aspirant, when you're preparing from 6-7 months and when it's the final lap of your examination and you fell ill, that's what hurts the most for an aspirant. I underwent a major surgery when it was only about 1 month left to an exam. I think it was on February 16 and my exam was on March 13. So that is the time when I thought that I would keep myself devoted to the exam, but due to my health, that 1 month or even it kept all messed up. They were sort of roof up. My family was worried about my health, but I was worried about my exam because it all depends on the future. If I don't prepare well, I won't be able to do it. But at that time,
how did you prepare for it then?
So, as my father has always said, don't keep things for the last. You can never do that. So I had practiced a lot of ample number of questions beforehand so that I can keep like managed and my pace goes well when I write the exam. So yes, there was a lot of disturbances and I wasn't able to sit on my chair properly. I had to put a cushion behind my back कि अब बैठ जाती हूँ, and I had to visit a doctor twice or thrice because my stitches started to pain again and again when I used to sit for longer hours. So that was really tough time for me and my family. But at that time, what kept me going was that's only a month. अगर मैं month में ढंग से कर लेती हूँ, I can ace the exam, and that's what happened. I feel it was all a mind game and not a physiology game. And for any aspirant, clearing an exam it's the foremost goal. And with teachers like what I've got with my friends and family, it was all a happy ending, and I got into CLC.
Yeah, all the struggle paid off.
Yeah, paid off, exactly.
That's great and that's really motivating. So tell me, अब इतना सारा problem था, now you had a surgery, you had your classes, you had such a hectic schedule. So how did you, I mean, what was the role of your parents and friends in this?
Parents are the guiding lights. I think everyone agrees on that. I was little skeptical, as mentioned before as well, about if I would be able to clear the exam or not, or if I had to go to private university. My parents were really optimistic that तू देर से हो जाएगा, don't worry about that, you have given your best. They have never put a pressure on me कि comparison वाला चीज़ touchwood मेरे घर में नहीं है, because my cousins are really doing well in their lives. But कभी मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ कि वो अच्छा करा तू भी कर. So my dad has always said that your only competition is yourself. So if in this exam you scored 120, maybe next time you have to score 130. So this is what kept me going कि मेरे parents supportive हैं and I have to do it. My parents, my brother, everyone, my friends. I remember when I went to college, once I was little well and I could make it 1 or 2 classes in my college. They were saying, tension मत हो जाएगा, things will go through, they will be fine. And इतना tough exam नहीं है because you are well prepared. अगर नहीं भी है तो you will have that knowledge base which will help you ace it and you'll be able to make through it. So yeah, family, friends, teachers are important in your life. Respecting them, understanding their boundaries and everything is requisite, and I would suggest that if I can do it, you can also do it.
Great, Azu. It was great talking to you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.